Welcome to Python Programming Language video tutorials by Shine India Pvt Limited. I am your Posubabu Sir, Technical, Quant, Logical Reasoning Trainer. In this presentation, I would like to discuss list aliasing and list cloning. Without wasting much time, let's start and discuss about these two concepts. At first, let us discuss list aliasing. Let me write here. List aliasing. So which means assigning a duplicate name for the list object. So we can call it as what? List aliasing. The same thing can be expressed as assigning a new reference to the list object, also called as list aliasing. Now, in order to perform this list aliasing, what operator we can use it here? So we can use assignment operator. So that is equal to. So this is what the operator we are going to use in order to perform list aliasing. To make you to understand in a better way, let us take a small example here. So let me take A is equal to one list which consists of certain elements 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now what we have to do? We have to create a duplicate name for this list object. Now let me take a duplicate name as B. So B is equal to, we have to use equal to operator for list aliasing. So B is equal to A. Right? After performing this list aliasing, let me print A and let us print B also. Now, what outputs can we get here? So we will be getting a same output. The same list we will be getting in both the cases. So I hope you could understand. Now, if I modify in list A, any change or reflection can we get in B? Now, for understanding, let me give index numbers for the corresponding elements in list A. Right? Now, I just want to modify this particular element. So for this, you could write the code as A of 2, which means the index number 2, I would like to modify instead of 30, I just want to update with 100. Now, if you are writing two statements, that is print A and print B. Here, modification is done in where in list A, right? Now, the output we are getting here is 10, 20, 100, 40, 50. Now, what could be the output for B? So in this case, we will be getting similar output as this one. Though you are not doing any modification in B, list B, but list B also will be updated as we have used the list aliasing. Now, let me show you in my IDE so that you could understand in a better way. Let us go for my IDE here and take A is equal to, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now, let us take B is equal to A and print A, and let us write print B. Now you could see. Now let us do one modification in list A, that is A of 2. So I'm updating with 100. I'm updating with 100 here. Now let us print A and print B also. Now you could see the output. We did modification in A, but it reflected in B, right? So in both the cases, we got at index number 2 as 100. Now let us modify in B. So B of 3. So I'm doing modification as here 200. I'm updating with the 200. So at index number 3. Now let us write the same statements, print A and print B and execute it. You could see here. Now what is happening over here? Let me explain in detail. So let me erase here. Now let us take here list object A. List object A. So in A, we have an elements called 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, right? Now I am going to create a duplicate name for this list. So that is what B. And B also reference to the same content. B also reference to the same content, which means the memory location for the list object A is also same as memory location for object B. So that is the reason the modifications we are doing in list object A reflects in list object B, right? Now, if I have given here ID, so I hope everybody knows about this ID method. It's a built-in method. So this method can be used to know the address of A, right? So ID of A and ID of B. So if you are identifying, both are same. I will show you, right? Let me go back to my IDE and then, so let me erase this. Now let us take here ID of A, execute it. So this is what the ID of A, right? Now let us take the print statement and then, so let us copy it and let us identify the ID of B, execute it. So both are same because both are reference to the same memory location, right? Now you could see the is operator, right? So is operator is an identity operator. So we have discussed already. So is it A is B? In this case, you will be getting true. So I hope everybody clear with list aliasing concept. So this is what the reason. So hence, whatever the modification we are performing in list object A, it reflects in list object B. So I hope everybody understood about this list aliasing concept. Now let's go and discuss list cloning. List cloning. Let me write it here. List cloning. So here we are going to create a duplicate copy. So there it is a name, but here we are going to create a duplicate copy for the list object. Duplicate copy for the list object, right? So here we have a thing called copy operation. We are going to perform which operation over here? Copy operation we are going to perform, right? So the technical terminology for this copy operation, so we can call it as list cloning. So this is what a technical in terminology or in technical jargon, we can call it as cloning, right? Now, let me give you a small example for this list cloning. Let us take A is equal to one list which consists of the elements called 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Right? Now, prior to give or demonstrate about this list cloning, Let us see the syntax for this copy operation. Let us see the syntax for the copy operation, right? So the syntax, let me write here, list name dot copy. So this is what the syntax for this copy method, right? Now, what is the list name here? A. So let me take some B is equal to list name A dot copy, right? So one duplicate copy of this list will be created and it's stored in B. Now, if I write here print A and print B, so you will be getting same output 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And here also 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now, what could be the difference between list aliasing and list cloning? Now you could see I'm going to perform one modification in the list A. I'm going to change this 30, right? So let me write the index numbers over here. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let me write here A of 2. At index number 2, I'm updating with 100. Now, if you print A, what output you will be getting? If you print B, what output you will be getting? So if you are performing a modification in the list A, so print A means the output will be 10, 20, 100, 40, 50. This is what the output you will be getting. Whereas for print B, so there is no modification you could see here. There is no modification you could see here. So it remains same because we are not modifying list B, right? So why this was happened? So for example, so I have my 10th mock list here. 10th mock list. This is my 10th marks list, right? This is the original copy, original one, right? 10th mock list. Now I want one Xerox for this one, right? So if you have given this original copy to the Xerox shop, what he will do? He will give or provides one copy of this one, right? So I got one Xerox copy for this original, right? So this is what Xerox copy, right? So after getting this Xerox copy of my 10th class mark list, right? Now I have made one modification in my original copy. So I did one modification here, right? So some X modification is there, right? Now is it reflects in Xerox copy? So I have taken already Xerox copy. So you won't identify any modification in my Xerox copy. So if you want to get the same one, again, you have to go for the shop and take one more Xerox copy, right? So I hope you could understand the difference over here, right? So this is what a duplicate copy. If you are doing any modification in original copy, so it won't reflect in B. Now, let me execute the same thing in my IDE so that you could understand whether we are getting the same output or not. So let me open my IDE. Right? So let us write B is equal to A dot copy, right? So remove this one and let me write here print A and then I'm going to take print B. Now execute it. Now you got the same output over here, right? So because it is what a copy. So B is what a copy, right? Now let us do one modification in list object A, right? So A is equal to A of set index number 2. So I'm modifying with 100. Now let us print A, and let us print B and execute it. Now you could see in A we got modification, but in B we don't have any modifications. So I hope you could understand the difference between copy method and list aliasing. Right? Now let me explain in detail why we are getting this one. Let us go back. Now let me erase this. Now let me take here list object A. So this is what A. So which consists of certain elements here 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now when you are using this copy method, so it creates one more list object. So for this we have given the name as B. Right? So here also we have the same content. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So it is what a copy of this A. So like a Xerox copy. So I hope you could understand, right? So A points to this one and B points to this one, right? So A has been stored in one particular memory location. So B stored in different memory location. Now, if you are performing ID of A, so which is not same as ID of B. So address of A is different from address of B. But in previous case, address of A is equal to address of B. Right? Now, if you are writing here, A is B, so you won't get a true here. You will be getting false. Right? So I hope you could understand. Right? Now, let me open my IDE and I will show you whether we are getting false or not. So this is operator, identity operator is here returns false. Let me open my IDE and let us write here ID of A. Let me print it. Now, let me print ID of B as well. Let us execute it. You could see different IDs we have. So that is the reason if you are writing here, A is B, it returns false. It returns false, right? So though the elements are same, right, in which they points, right? However, memory location is different, hence it returns what false. So that is the reason if you are performing any modification in A, so it does not reflect in B. So I hope you could understand. So what is meant by list cloning and the difference between list aliasing and list cloning, right? So in my coming presentation, I would like to discuss a special cases which are there in list cloning. So I hope whatever I have explained so far clear to you guys. If it is clear my video, please like, share and subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching.